Okay. Decapitation, easy peasy. Salutations, Kethrick. What's up, man? We're just going to be recording a surprise stream. It's always a surprise stream. I'm going to be recording this one because I made a build guide for this. I just wanted to get some footage, and sometimes it's more entertaining for me if I get to talk to people along the way. As long as my game doesn't crash when I alt-tab. So what's up, Orapa? What's up, IPC 800? For the Emperor. Fuck yeah, for the Emperor. This guy knows. Alright, let's get this all rolling. Alright, here we are in-game with the Instigator Bolt Carbine Sniper build on Decapitation because I am kind of lazy, and this mission is pretty easy and a pretty good showcase for this build. And on top of that, it's also pretty strong. Wait, is that anybody said? Hold on, let's do it again. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, hold on. That was not the intro. That was not the intro, guys. Guys, you get to be a part of the creative process today. Are you happy? What's up, Anti-Exo? Blueberry. Yeah, we're playing Blueberry. Alright, today we are here now in-game. Wait, no. Alright, we are in-game now with the Instigator Bolt Carbine Sniper build. Playing as an Ultramarine Blueberry. As someone actually pointed out to me. Now, we're on Decapitation because Decapitation is easy and I'm lazy. I'm selectively lazy, as they say. And this build is a pretty good showcase on bosses. And I will say, Sniper is one of the classes that is quite good at both Tyranids and Chaos. He's one of the only classes in the game that has both, kind of like an equivalent performance. Heavy's another one. Heavy kind of just slaps in this game. He really is just like built different. It's the best way to put it. Whack this guy. Now, as long as we have Dexterous Hands, the perk we took earlier, this weapon is actually quite accurate. Its recoil and spread is so dramatically reduced. It's kind of like a little laser beam. And we also have Hone Precision here, so we can actually hip fire this thing pretty efficiently too. And the synergy of the Instigator Bolt Carbine is that you get the Pattern of Excellence bombs back so easily. Is there a relic over there? Not today. Not today. Some may ask, how many battles has this glorious veteran sergeant gone through? At least 4 is the answer. Maybe 5. There's 2 biovores, that sucks. This is where Indomitable Spirit becomes good, because these guys are face checking us now. Oh, there we go. That was close. Almost lost a lot of HP there. Now, the thing with snipers, you just have to properly manage your cloak. As long as you're able to do that, you'll pretty much never die. Pretty like that. Can't waste it. It's the biggest thing. Because Purification, I wouldn't say it's OP. It is very, very good, though. And though I've been playing a lot of Horde mode recently, Solo Absolute can still definitely be difficult in that you can turn off bots. Is it as hard as Siege mode? In some ways, kind of. You do have a far more limited resource pool. So that's pretty difficult. Oh my god, these guys. I hate Biovores. Let it be known, this is an S tier threat. Biovores can suck my ass, as they say. Somebody did ask, am I going to be adding a video for the tactical, an update video for the tactical? I will be doing that. I kind of have to, because I don't know if anybody noticed, but my previous recording of my tactical build for Horde mode is actually kind of loud in the background, because I have my AC running the whole time. That's awkward. So I want to have a bit of a crisper version of that for people. I know people like the tactical, and tactical is pretty goated currently. His new perk is quite powerful. Alright, let's just run through this dude. Oh, that was close. That was lucky of us. Or lucky for us. That was unlucky. See, it all comes together. House always wins. Let me just shank these guys. Now, the benefit of Shadow Stab and True Solo is that the enemies do stand completely still, though I have seen some people say that because of that, the build is not really that functional in groups. That's just not true. Shadow Stab still works with people. And like, whatever you're missing with the Shadow Stab because you have teammates, I mean, you have teammates, so it kind of makes up for it. This is an obnoxious scenario, whatever. When we find a crate, we'll definitely have a stim here. Let's get this. Grab this guy. It's this little area here. If you get brambled out, it can be quite irritating. It's pathway. We got some Devourers in the back there. It's kind of dangerous. If they get a proper burst into us from this low, we will die instantaneously. I'm not a fan of that. Right. There we go. Okay. We'll just move on through. There should be a relic spawn up here at some point. You know, I don't mind taking a Guardian Relic in True Solo, because True Solo, you know, nobody has like 100% completion rate of this. Because there's a lot of things that can go wrong. Nobody's perfect. It's really more about the consistency with which you finish these. And that's even more true for Darktide. I don't know how many of you have ever played Solo in Darktide. I don't know if people can play Solo in this game. But Solo and Darktide's like a completely different beast. Quite brutal. Alright, speaking of brutal, being at like 10% HP versus the Karn effects here. Might have to do the infamous lock-in for this, especially with the boss. Oh, we're dead. Never mind. That was not how we lock in. Alright guys, we're rolling it back again. You know, that's why we live stream it. It's for the funny moments. We got fucking comboed. I didn't even block the thing though. I still, why Blueberry, I must ask. Why not Blueberry or Rappa? Is there a bug that causes progression loss? Because I just lost 4 lethal missions for progress. I've never noticed a progression loss bug in this game. Gets surrounded by storm mines or Rift, yeah. You know how I said there are not 100% success rates for these? Case in point, I do not have a 100% success rate on True Solo for this one, but I might just play a different map. Termination is bugged currently on the PTS. The finale has no enemies. That was fucking funny, though. It looks like it's time to lock in. Dies immediately. That's how we do it. I will be playing more of the ARBITES class from the when Darktide launches, mainly because Mystery and I have been playing a lot. Well, actually, we play quite a bit. But he and I, we have a bit of an e-bromance going. Now Tanner's dead. So I expect more Darktide content as well in between this game. Like, in between the patches of these games, I'll be playing both Darktide and the Space Marine 2. And I will also be posting on my lore channel. And for those of you that are interested, I'm probably just going to post whatever 40k content I feel like, to be honest, guys. Locked out. True. This is our outfit. Why the... let's just swap the outfit. I used this in like the video recording. I did this before. We're supposed to play Raven Guard in game and confuse people. That sounds funny. All right, then let's grab. Now the colors on these new like gold and silver weapons here, they'll actually change around the color of like your adrenaline charges, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's me. I think that's pretty neat. I didn't even notice that. A commenter told me about that. So I won't play Decapitation again. I could just go for Ballistic Engine. Actually, no. People fuck with the... I know what I'll do. I'll play Decapitation because people fuck with the boss fight. The loading screens are fire. Gotta love the black screen. Yeah, they really went out of their way with this one, didn't they? Gotta love the Ravener Carnifex combo. I was just thinking the other day that the Carnifex in this game, they're fun to fight. I think they're like the most entertaining boss. However, their artillery stance has like way too little of a sound cue for firing off. It's like you don't really notice it's going until it's already in the air, unless you see him like visually plant down. Just got into Darktide a week or two ago, and you were not kidding. That game can be brutal. Oh, it is brutal. It is a very steep learning curve. I will say you will find... I'll show you. If anybody's curious, I think this is one of the best players in all of Darktide that I've seen. I'll put their link in chat. I do not think the solo players for Darktide get enough recognition. But, like, this guy is very, very good. I know he plays with, like, 500 FOV, but, like, that's just because he's an ultimate gamer. He's an ultra gamer. But, he is very, very good at Darktide. He has some of the most impressive solo runs. And he has some of the best... He has veteran runs that make mine look like buns, butt cheeks, as they say. So if you're interested in solo runs, this guy is fucking good. End of story. He's got Ogren, he's got 3-Veg Revolver Vet, he's got Psyker 3-Veg. It's fucking insane. And if you guys are unaware, there are like single-digit true solo clears of Psyker on Darktide. For those of you who know what that even is. It is very impressive. That's the point. It's very impressive. It's a very impressive player. Much more impressive than anything I've done for any game I've played. At least any PvE game. But here we are back again. Wait, no. Here we are in-game with the Instigator Bolt Carbine build, and we're playing Decapitation because Decapitation is pretty easy. Except for when we die, which has happened before. Recently, even. But this build does function well against both Chaos and Tyranids. Just like Sniper in general, because Sniper is one of the few classes in this game that has about an equivalent function versus both factions. Or I should say performance. Alright, let's blast through. May actually have to pay attention for this one because true solo can be kind of difficult still in the absolute difficulty. Now, I am excited because patch 8.0 will be bringing true solo to console and the vanilla game. And I see that as a pure positive. Alright, let's grab this. Kill these guys. The biggest issue with Sniper when it comes to surviving is just properly managing your cloak. As long as you have your cloak up, you're fine. Like, nothing's going to kill you. Doesn't really matter what drops on your head. It could be like quadruple Ravener. Wouldn't matter. You're going to live. With purification, I should say. But like right here, we're pretty vulnerable now. This cloak is down, so we want to get that back up as soon as possible. Like, you are at your most vulnerable after you expend your damage. So if we can get a... Oh, that's unfortunate. I wasn't expecting to. Where is he going? Purification positively carries this class. Right, there we go. Truly an S tier perk. Now, the Instigator Bolt Carbine also has a really good synergy with Pattern of Excellence, mainly because of the triple burst fire we got here. Alright, let's blast him. This might be a kill. There we go. Sometimes I'll do like a little bit of an unblockable on you out of nowhere. Throw this in. I'll try to move up before we get like a nasty Biovore spawn again or something like that. Biovores in this game, kind of overtuned. You know, I've been talking for a while now about how I want to do a tier list of all the enemies. It just seems like a fun thing to do, but Biovores are S. They are an oppressive enemy. Lictors probably go in A. Actually, they might go in S because triple Lictor is very... They are absolutely relentless if you're by yourself. Let's just do this. Okay, let's move on up. Now, some people don't like the Shadow Stab build when they aren't playing without bots because the enemies won't stand still. I've seen a lot of complaints over like the past 6 months about people saying like, oh, Shadow Stab doesn't work with teammates. I don't really think that's true at all. I've used it with bots. I've used it with people, with like randoms online. You just have to properly position yourself. Is it a little bit harder to get like a proper Shadow Stab off at times? Sure, but you also have teammates, so the game overall is significantly easier. Same thing with bots. And like whatever you're missing out on. I didn't even get the guy here. These freaking Devourers, man. Have you hopping everywhere. Really pissing me off. Alright, I shall shebang his head. Okay. Wow. A hop fest. See, normal Devourers aren't too bad. It's when they go into rage. That's when things get a little... Oh, speaking of the devil. This is pretty dangerous. So I was worried. Afraid of. I had no cloak up and got caught. Wow, I just fucked up there. I thought I hit my Q. Hence why I went to Shadow Stab. Expect the whole community to riot when Siege drops the triple halberd. True. No game sound? Hold on. If there's no game sound, there should be. Oh, this is better? Thank you for telling me that. It's a good thing we fucking failed that one. That would have been an awkward recording. Damn, bro's the ultimate reject. He's very good. There are, in Darktide especially, there are like a select few incredibly talented solo players that hardly upload, because solos in Darktide take a long time to complete. Like, they are not like Space Marine 2 where, you know, if I'm offline or something, or if like even in stream, I can like first try a lot of the solo runs, especially with bots. But like with bots, it's like 100% clear rate. But like true solo runs as well, you can get those quite easily in Space Marine 2, but not in Darktide. In Darktide, some of those Psyker runs, there's a reason they take multiple days and even weeks to post, because not only is it mentally taxing. Like, I've tried to do an Archive and Sycorax run with a Psyker 3-Veg True Solo. I said I got like maybe 3/4 of the way through, but there's just so much that can go wrong so fast at any point in time. The only saving grace of like a Darktide solo run is that overall the maps are shorter. They only take like 45 minutes because you're by yourself. Like Space Marine 2's maps can occasionally take like an hour. But that's like it. Darktide is like ever so slightly shorter, so even though it is overall significantly harder, having 15 minutes less time to mess up, that is nice. Now, if only the game was easier. Like, that'd be, you know, that'd be that kind of thing. What am I doing here? I'm brain rotted. Going back in. I turned up the game volume. Hopefully everyone can hear it now. All it takes is one trapper and your jaw is getting blocked by anything to end a run. True. Yeah, trappers are an S tier threat in that game. What's the best general combo in the combat knife? So I just spam light attacks after the shadow stab. I can show you real quick. It's quite easy. Quite simple. Who dares text me?
The Tyrannid's hive tyrant is leading a swarm along a corridor toward the astropathic relay. We are inserting you near a bridge held by the Imperial Guard that intersects with its path.
Let's see.
You will level the whole structure and crush that Xenos monstrosity in the collapse. Visual on drop zone. Setting down.
All right. So for the knife, the best combos really just go into the hook. This can animation lock you on Raveners, but like your skull crushers really are the best. Like your light attacks aren't so good on this, but like your shadow stab, very very good, and your skull crushers, because you set up gun strikes on Minoris. Like the these things, so like, you know, are right, and then your shebang. That's what I have to do. All right. Alright, here we are in-game with the Instigator Bull Carbine build on Decapitation, because this map is easy, even though I've died in it many, many times. But overall, Sniper is quite good. I would say he's an A-tier solo class currently, mainly because Purification kind of carries us. But as long as you manage your cloak, you should be fine. But occasionally you get a misinput, and you die. But not today, hopefully. I'm just gonna run these guys down here. So we do have the home precision perk on this, so our hip fire accuracy is quite good. It's not as good as the actual bolt carbine, but as long as you have that plus 50% increase. I've heard that on controller, a home precision weapon perk isn't that good, just because the weapon accuracy is kind of hard, even with hip fire. On analog, I don't know how true that is. Never played this game with controller. That is true. It's unfortunate. Headshot these guys here. Alright, we should probably pay attention for this, because even though the true solo in this game on Absolute isn't as hard as like the higher waves in the Siege mode on true solo, you are pretty resource hungry at times. It can be difficult. So they can't stop him. Got these Termagants back here. Shoot him in the face. Alright, what extremis did we get? I'd rather grab him than Alright, where's the Biovore is my question. Way out there. And these guys are so overtuned. Look at this. These guys basically spawn an entire horde in themselves within the proper spot. S tier threat, Biovore. Absolutely. The tier list is coming. Oh, that was still in radius, must have bounced in.
Active camouflage charged. Cloak activated.
Okay. Now, this is my least fun portion of this game, is jumping between range fire, but sometimes that's what you gotta do. It's the nature of the game. Enraged enemies, I feel like these enraged guys could definitely use a rework. They're fun at times, but the heal is kind of toxic. And I feel like playing a lot of hard siege mode has shown me that it is far more fun to have a ton of spawns than it is to have to deal with enraged guys. Especially an enraged sword warrior. I've ranted about those guys for months. Alright, I'm going to move on. Now that sniper shot is an actual projectile travel speed, so if you're far away from them, your dodge timing is different. Keep that in mind. It's usually better to just dodge to the side. Don't like to try to dodge through them. Oh god. Alright. I find on this map, this little bridge here can be a little messy at times. There we go. I get down here. Look at that. The zone throw. The ascendant one. Okay.
Active camouflage charge. Reloading. Tyrannies have no mind for tactics.
Alright, we'll finish him in a second.
Tossing frag grenade.
Alright, enraged guy, I'm gonna kill you. Actually, I'm gonna leave him. I'll just get him low. If he dies first, these other guys will probably just go enraged anyways. Any Guardian Relic? No. Sad day. Sad day, and where are we? This ain't Avarax. Actually, is this Avarax? It ain't Kadaku, I'll tell you that, but I don't see no jungle. This is that shitty Hive City. That's where the nice part. Can you imagine a map this nice in Darktide? This is a richer Hive City, that's for sure.
Inserting fresh magazine.
Okay, let's move on up. Now you can't get boss spawns here now. I've shown a couple videos, but if we don't get one here, game's definitely be easier. We're just trying to show how to build, so I'm not too worried about that. So I do think the Instigator Bolt Carbine is quite good. Maybe not as good as the, well, obviously not as good as the standard Bolt Carbine, but what is, really? The gun's kind of broken at the moment, comparatively. Shit.
Changing magazine.
All right, let's move on up here. Go to the bomb planting. Now, when you're by yourself in this game, it will never give you more than 4 bomb spots. Is quite nice. And I also found that in true solo without bots, the bridge spawns on the Minoris guys are significantly fewer. But the bridge is pretty easy anyway, so it's not the easiest portion of this whole map.
We have reached the tower, Captain Akaran. The Munitorum does not store explosives to Codex Astartes standards. Locate enough to demolish the bridge.
Okay, let's grab the explosive charge.
Inserting fresh magazine.
Let's go see. Oh, shock grenades. You know, I do actually enjoy
Grabbing this gear.
a good shock grenade.
Shock grenade deployed. Hostile backup on the way.
Alright, can I kill this guy? Hopefully. That's worth it. 2 enraged guys, that's kind of
Shock grenade.
mean.
Why shall this bomb do the most damage? The galaxy is a big one less rabbit. Tyranids have no right.
Alright. Now, whip warriors, when they go in rage, they are kind of terrifying. Mainly because they do a ton of damage, and they have the hardest parry in the game for a block weapon, by far. So we're just gonna shock grenade these guys, and then do this.
Active camouflage charge. Inserting fresh magazine. Emilio line cloak active. Emilio line cloak ready. Alien bioform eliminated. Changing magazine. Why shall this bomb do the most damage?
Okay. Well, where'd my camera go there?
Readying next volley.
I think it's so accurate.
Armed and ready.
Okay.
Munitions here.
Let me go grab this little bomb plantation here. Little bomb plant.
We stand triumphant over the Tyranids.
Little interaction. Only 3 plants here, so I think we just had the biggest horde we're gonna get. I know a lot of people, I've said in my chat before and right now, that the bolt sniper or the sniper class should be a sniper class. Should be more sniper options on here, or the sniper should be better. It is kind of unfortunate that, like, the way the perk tree is set up is that the sniper option, like the targeted shot option, you're missing out on a ton of boss damage if you don't take tactical ambush on this class with the block knife.
Wired for detonation.
Really, like, I would go as far as to say, like, your only truly good boss damage outside of, like, a neurotrope, like a stalker bolt rifle or a sniper rifle, like properly damaging carnifexes and triple hellbrutes and stuff like that, it's a block knife with tactical ambush. That's kind of unfortunate. There's no, like, real collateral option. A lot of that is just because that this game is almost all headshot dependent. Like, body shots in this game are just terrible. They're absolutely buns. And it's kind of unfortunate. Like Oberon's saying here. Okay, let's see what we got. We'll clear out the bridge, why don't we?
not expecting such illustrious company. We've got a handle on these probing strikes, my lords.
Ooh, medication. This is a guaranteed one right here. In case you're not aware.
That is about to change. A Tyranid overlord approaches from this corridor. That's news.
Ooh, melt-a-bomb. We're in.
To tackle a target that big. We may have
I hope they never nerf the melt-a-bomb in this game. Melt-a-bomb's just fun.
the liberty of rigging it to
They are a
its
fun weapon. Probably the most entertaining thing to use in Horde mode.
Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed.
Yeah, I do agree with a lot of the comments I've seen have been talking about how body shots should not be only, excuse me, the body shots should function far better with bolters than they do with things like maybe like the like laser weapons, because body shots, I mean, a bolter round's a bolter round, and like a bolter round your face is pretty bad, but like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't want a bolter round anywhere in my body, and getting my arm blown off is a pretty huge detriment. If Space Marine 3 really wants to have, or I should say really wants to go above and beyond, I would suggest a dismemberment system. I think that would be cool. Like, have the bigger enemies have like a giant armored plating, because like they gotta do Tyranids again, right? Like, Tyranids are really popular. They're such a good Horde faction. But I think it'd be cool if you like shoot off the armored plates of a Biovore, or like rip off the armor of a Hellbrute or something. It's little stuff like that that makes them all feel a lot more interactive.
Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos Leader Beast will be in visual range shortly.
Alright, let me slap up this guy. And then we will be on our way to the Hive Tyrant in a second. And Hive Tyrant's pretty easy with Sniper. These guys put their shields. Take no damage. But thanks to all of our melee damage bonuses, once you get like 2 block charges off, you can pretty much body any Majoras in your face. It's quite easy. Get like a 1 combo of them.
This close. I've never seen such an atrocity.
So pew this. Now all of these little guys, they do count towards your end score screens. You ever see like a guy with a heavy bolter show up and just take all your kills? That's why. Especially on this map.
Right on target. Talassa to Delta Wing. The target is neutralized. It's not dead. Lieutenant Titus, please repeat. The swarm would go feral without their connection to the hive mind.
So far, so good. We didn't get a boss spawn though, so that's mainly why. I don't know if they can spawn down here. I know I've gotten like a Neurothrope down here and an increased boss spawn before. But we'll see. I've never seen boss spawns in the actual patch version of this. Or increased spawns.
Look, the rubble is shifting down there.
I guess I'll take the Gene Seed, right? I mean, it's my duty as a Marine. Excuse me, an Astartes. You know, Space Marine always seemed like a goofy name. Their official name, Adeptus Astartes, always just felt like, I don't know, this feels like a more Imperium way of calling them. But I guess they do call it like guardsmen. And what do? They guard planets. Their lives. Not to be confused with the Planetary Guard, of course. Oh wow. Look at all you guys showing up together to get blown up. Alright, we got the bomb again, which means we're going in. Operation... Alright, you guys are close together? Self-bomb. guy.
That zoanthrope is no
Alright, one enraged dude back there.
Amelio line cloak active. Active camouflage charge. Fester and rot. Not abomination. Rearming.
Okay. You gonna move back. Alright, no boss spawn. Convenient. I'd be shocked if they can spawn over there. That's a mean spot to fight a boss if they can. Pretty sure it's only like that pre-bridge area. Alright, set the crate. Armor boost, I'll take it. Now the hilarious thing is, prior to patch 8, this class has boosted recharge on it still in the live game.
We will not have a better opportunity to finish
That's
it
completely
off.
gone now. Replaced with a prestige perk for 15% increased radius on your equipment charge. Equipment stuff. Alright guys, pretty good detonated.
Alien bioform eliminated. Arming melter charge. Stealth ready. Second wave headed for water. The stench of Xenos thickens.
Oh shit, they can spawn down here, that's cool. I mean, that's kind of horrifying, but that's cool. This is a mean spot for an earth rope.
Digger Xenos love crawling beneath us.
Alright, we're a little low in ammo. We can get that back pretty easily by shooting these guys.
Shall not sin. Watch out. The rabbit our wits. It does its
That's mean.
Inserting fresh magazine. Melter installation done. Their numbers are no match for our troops.
I got 1x1 hallway, Minecraft hallway down here. That's like a 2x2, right? If you ever move. For the, maybe a 4x4 for being honest. It's a pretty thick hallway. Still obnoxious to fight a neurothroat beam though.
Active camouflage charge.
Oh my god, look at this. What a mess of bramble. You guys are all getting blown the fuck up. Every last one of you. Especially you.
Charge planted.
Oh wow, or none of you. Especially not you.
Amelio line cloak ready.
What is this? Is a toxic corner
Amelio line
hallway.
inserting fresh magazine. Stealth ready. I am a phantom of death. Synaptic servant slaughtered.
Wow, this is awful. This is a very stressful boss fight. I can definitely see this, a really toxic fight for Assault to do. There we go. Alright, once he gets to 50% HP, he will be back to being, We got another spawn of enemies, potentially extremists. We have a melt the bomb, so I don't really care too much. We're pretty good at dealing damage to him though when he's down like this. Now they did take off his invulnerability during that whole thing. That's there. That's nice of them. With the one silver lining of all this increased HP nonsense. Alright, once I can with my... I'm gonna try to get a bomb on all those guys. Wow, it actually blocks the damage on all of them. That's interesting. I mean, I guess we could have moved down the hallway the entire time, but where's the fun in that, right? There might not be. I was kind of worried there was like another thing up here. Like as a sniper, we don't care too much. Alright, this should be able to kill him here. That was rough. What's up, Guardsman? What's up, Kermit? How you doing? Imagine playing as Assault fighting this? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we were kind of like sitting in a giant hallway that we probably shouldn't have been, but still toxic. Assault also would have been able to kill a lot of those guys pretty quickly, though, if you had like a Thunderhammer. For the ground pound. Alright, let's move on up. Probably the last like terrifying wave we're gonna get. Those nids did indeed get purged. Let's go in and see what we get up here. I would like to get like a guardian relic or something before we get to the boss, because you know, you never know. It's not a hard boss fight, it's just sometimes you get frame trapped. Or you get slapped. Oh no. Triple Biovore. That's pretty mean. Dude, you're like, they're telling me a gun strike doesn't put this guy into execute after he got blown up. Oh, that bug. Great. Alright, that's one more down. Finally. That was a mean spawn. Now, I was going to detonate my bomb, but I'm kind of afraid of just blowing myself up, because I have done that before. As Obi-Wan said in like Revenge of the Sith, nothing too fancy. Let's go, oh my god, ow. All my execute targets just vanished before my eyes. They're all too low. What a misplay. I think I didn't do that when the Biovores were around. It's gotta fight like a little bit of a wave. I'm sure that'll go great.
Active camouflage charged.
And we'll totally own that boss.
Inserting fresh magazine.
Got all these termagants, man.
Unseen ice stole my target. Stealth ready. Reloading. And numbers are no match for our trade.
Shit.
It is
Okay.
time.
What a trek that was. Let's go check for the Guardian Relic here. Hopefully it's here. If it's not, convenient. Now we shall live.
Surrounds this.
Almost guaranteed. Because this boss fight's kind of a bum. The Hive Tyrant is the classic punching bag in this game. Trigon, he's fucking annoying. This guy, though, he ain't shit.
In terms of taking the shot.
Bang.
Video line engage. Readying next volley.
He did also get his HP buff, though, I should say. Hive Tyrant's much stronger now than he used to be. In terms of HP, not only his attack pattern. His attack pattern's pretty easy. Once you understand it.
Inserting fresh magazine. A video line.
Now that little whip grab he does, you cannot perfect dodge that ever. Cannot be done. Alright, let's
I am a phantom of death.
no. Not this guy. Not you. Anyone but you. Oh, I'm gonna combo. I'm gonna frame trap. Anything but the invincible OP Sword Warrior. Thank you. The Hive Tyrant, this guy's a bum. Enraged Sword Warrior, that's real shit. He's got killed there. I've been awkward. Yeah, that was awkward as well.
Readying next volley. Take all you can carry. Weapons are
Alright, this should be a sim over here.
He's channeling some kind of power. Amelio line cloak activated.
What? Red definitely has a fat HP pool now. Though he really should, because it shouldn't be easy to kill by like one person. At least in terms of speed. Now, Auspex Parry will surely body this dude still.
Stealth ready.
Alright, we'll see. Alright, that one much better. So, warriors are the hardest spawn on this guy. Some people think it's Minoras, but like Minoras, they don't frame trap you, they just slap you around. They also give you armor back pretty easily. It's a warrior spam. Alright, that's that. That boss fight's definitely harder these days, but at least in terms of HP. But as the Instigator Bolt Carbine build on the Sniper, pretty good. I'm kind of curious what the kills were for that. I feel like we killed quite a few Extremis. Really, anything over 10 Extremis on decapitations above average, at least in my experience. Maybe not anymore with the boss spawns added. But you used to get like sub 10 Extremis on this map quite often. We'll see. It's quite a long one. It's a pretty long decapitation mission, but hey, it's what Northropes do to your game. $14 Extremis, 42,000 range damage. Around 60,000 damage overall. Or actually right there. 61,000 damage even. That's pretty good. Anyways, guys, that's all for the Instigator Bolt Carbine build. You guys should try that out. It's actually pretty fun. But until next time, peace. Alright, for all of you that were here live for that, congratulations. You've been a part of the creative process. Sometimes I like to just watch the, you missed that easy to hit attack, therefore you are no longer qualified to hold the title of Based. So, I'm sorry to offend you, Oberon, but I have never been qualified for the title of Based. Does lock-on do anything on PC when you have mouse and keyboard? It does. It'll drag your attack usually over to the enemy if you're using like Shadow Stab or something. Otherwise, not so much. But like this game is like a locked attack pattern for the most part. That was pretty fun. How long was that one? Let me check the recording time. That was... Let's see. Let's take a look-see. That was a 40-minute decapitation game. Fuck. That's long. For you on Assault, is the purple balance hammer better or the dodge build on Siege? Sorry, can you re-ask that question, Nino? Walk-on sucks buns. It mostly sucks buns. Not for Shadow Stab and like the Aftershock. It's pretty good for charge attacks in this game. It will pull your camera, or it's less likely to pull your camera away from them. Let's see. What else we got? Could play a Bulwark Thunderhammer build. Now let's try the Balanced Hammer. Let's do it. Let's go full on Intimidating Aura, Balanced Hammer. Face Cave-In, Glory Shield. Let's try that. try it on ballistic engine. Please do a Lamenter build. I mean, it's just a build we die on all the time. Can you explain why the purple chainsword is considered better? Because it's faster. And the speed lets you get off hits, lets you stagger enemies faster, lets you kill all the Minoras far more efficiently. And it's also just when you hit, like, lose any breakpoints on the block damage. Like, the damage is fine. Like, the damage numbers in this game, for the most part, especially on, like, fast-hitting weapons, don't matter too much. It really comes to effect on, like, the single target damage. Like, with I should say, like, the charge-up hit damage matters a lot for breakpoints. For Siege Mode Solo, which is the best build for Assault, Purple Balance Hammer, or Dodge build? It's the Dodge build with Power Fist is by far the best for Siege Solo. It's not even close. Like, you kind of need a Power Fist to properly kill Chaos. Did I do a video on that? I'm not sure. I don't think I did. Let me see.
Mobilizing towards the depot now, Lieutenant Titus.
No, I did not. I will do that, though. Thank you for reminding me. I'll probably just compile them all together and release them on the day or make some new guides. Oh, it's just a better frame time. That's for the block variant, I assume, too. Yeah, block chainsword is by far the best variant of that for the purple one. It's just so good. Also, block gives you back armor on classes that, like, have no armor regen on their own. There are some downsides, but for the most part, it's overall better for the chainsword. Alright, here we are with the Thunderhammer Bulwark, balanced Thunderhammer Bulwark, on the public test server. Using Intimidating Aura. The Intimidating Aura Bulwark build. Wait, you know what? I'm sorry to do that. Here we are on patch 8.0, public test server, patch 8.0. We're using the Thunderhammer balanced, purple balanced Bulwark build. Intimidating Aura. A classic, really. Quite the mouthful, too. You need to say it properly. Alright, let's shoot this dude. To get the full benefit of Intimidating Aura, I do still like to have a balanced weapon, only because parries into gun strikes with Intimidating Aura is how you hit a lot of breakpoints. That's the main reason. You can definitely take block if you want, because perfect block does now function with the Intimidating Aura perk. And I know people hate on the balanced parry window all the time. I don't think it's that bad, personally. It's really only bad against Minoras. Doesn't matter too much. God, this weapon is so slow, but what we signed up for. Let's see what boss spawn we get.
Survey the terrain while you can, brothers.
Karn effects. Okay. I can live with that. I say Bright Eye.
Sandstorm incoming.
Alright, so see if we can't get a... Oh, we're gonna get shot. Ow. I am using the passive armor regen team perk here too, because passive armor regen is good. Alright, that should be out of range. It's an obnoxious boss fight here. The Thunderhammer is probably the single worst melee weapon in the game currently. It's just so slow, even like its speedier variants. This is the slowest variant of the weapon, but attack speed does not affect your charge up speed for the aftershock, so that's why we're using it here. It does affect everything else though. I'm actually afraid to commit to anything here. That's the problem with Thunderhammer, is very easy to get caught by a lot of the stuff in this game. Especially snipers. Oh, this would be epic. That's my holy banner. See, Glory's shield's pretty good here. Kind of a hard situation. Got so many warriors. Look at this. What a mess. We can't properly clear them off. Oh. That's rough. Maybe the balanced hammer ain't it for this. You know what? We'll try it again. We'll run it back. We'll run it back. We always do. Apologies, this is a stupid question for casting on patch notes and such. When did Bulwark get the Thunderhammer? Y200 version or Y version, which would be more conducive? It's coming to patch 8.0. And like the shield version is definitely better. Like anybody who tells you Thunderhammer is the meta weapon on Bulwark, they're fucking lying to you. And I want to see them solo chaos with it efficiently. I'd love to see it. You know, I'm gonna be real. I think the balanced Thunderhammer might be far more suited for like assault. The buff for the Thunderhammer will happen when assault gets a buff, so never. Do we know when the patch is gonna release? It's gonna be out on the 26th of June. So less than a week. Less than a week. I'll probably do one more run here, and then we'll... Let's just play some fucking... Let's just play some fucking... What do I want to do? Let's play a classic heavy plasma build. It's been a while. This shit just slaps. Let's go full lazy. Let's put on the ultramarine outfit. Hold on. Oh. Alright, we'll try it out this way. I mean, the thing with heavy is I feel like there's only one good buff for it. Or like one good perk. Perk setup. Because like you're pretty much just going to run this all the time. And if you're not running this, you're running like a melted gun and use multi-kill. Like most of his perks are kind of butt cheeks. I'm going to play this on Inferno, I think. Last Fusel Sniper? Oh shit. Oh shit. I'll do that next. Why you gotta make me do that, Oberon? Thank you very much for the dono, Oberon. That's much appreciated. Alright.
Your mission mission is to use the stored promethium in the first proceed to the Cadian outpost and establish their fate.
Right now we are on the public test server. Hold on, wait a second. Five bots? No. Alright, for this mission, we will be rocking the Heavy Plasma. A classic setup. This weapon kind of sucked when the game came out for like a week. Then they buffed it, and it became OP. And it's been OP ever since. It is simply the solo gun. Nothing it can't handle.
Specialized bioform neutralized.
Alright, let's kill this dude. Now we're doing the classic Inferno. Inferno is such a fun mission. One of the better Tyranid missions, in my opinion. I would love Termination if it weren't for the fact that the finale of Termination sucks. Oh, rip that guy. He died so fast I couldn't even get my HP back. That's simply the power of the Heavy Plasma. God, this guy does so much damage. It really is majestic, I must say.
Ammunition restocked. Iron Halo protocol in progress. Xenos countermeasure successful. Iron Halo ready.
Perfectly timed. Alright, let's shoot him in the face, bring him down, check the Guardian Relic spot here.
Intercepting projectiles.
Alright, rip that dude. Not gonna lie, I did not expect to kill him there, but you know,
Iron Halo online.
we scare ourselves with our own damage.
Execute Iron Halo tactics. Stop target for calling up fresh reserves. Going for time. Engage might.
Shit.
Kill confirmed. Major Tyranid threat.
Alright, I may have fucked up slightly. Never mind, I'm gonna get all my ammo back off this guy. Thanks for dying for me. Oh shit. Alright, never mind, we have fucked up for real this time.
Disentangled.
Thank God we got that 30% HP buff, am I right, boys?
Employ distraction tactics. Enhanced tactic ready.
Alright, we got ammo back. We have the Fortitude perk, so our HP isn't that low after that. I think we are fighting 4 Extremis right now, though, and a boss. So that's cool and all. I'm gonna see that every day. Or we were, until we killed one.
Iron Halo tactics.
See, Iron Halo OP. Except when that happens. This is awful. This is an awful spawn we got here.
Source of tremors still. Zone enhanced tactic ready.
Okay. So we got a sniper spawn on top of this. That's cool.
Xenos countermeasure successful. Reloading
Now, the heavy bolt pistol is actually pretty good at shooting down the neurothrope here. That was not an epic spawn, though, man. Brutal. Wow, my shot went right over him. It's rough. Alright, this should be a stim in here. Oh, thank God. Alright, I should not have shot that. That's just it. Alright. Do it. I ain't gonna try right now. It's a waste of ammo. I'll just wait for him to land. Now, quadruple extremis, that is the, that can only happen with the boss spawn. Very rarely. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Wow, you got it. Alright, we're gonna move down here. For that reason. Right, he's gonna try to jump us. We're gonna grab the ammo here. Grab him. This guy should be fairly low. That sucks. Alright. Maybe like perfectly ducking these, or I should say dodging them. Or I should say I'm perfectly missing. This tree section sucks though. I'll just walk down here real quick. No ammo. That's okay. He's low. Guess we'll have to stomp on him, huh? There we go. Get our HP back.
All Tyranid combatants eliminated.
I only have sniper and tactical left to prestige. They're definitely some of the easier ones to do it on. Let's go and blast him. That was a mean boss spawn. That was a mean spawns today. I'll probably try the balanced purple thunderhammer again on Bulwark. At least with that build. Go do this. This should be ammo up here. I'm so out after that. Absolutely draining. Here we go. Melt a bomb and an ammo box. We were blessed. Now, is there a Guardian relic? That was the question. No. So that's one of potentially 2 boss spawns down, and like once you get both boss spawns, it's pretty easy. The terminus spawns in this game have become quite difficult. Especially in the true solo, that's what's going to kill a lot of players. I expect an absolute meltdown when Horde mode comes out on the 26th.
Captain, I hear no signs of battle. No life signs detected.
Anything here?
Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra Militarum demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance. Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise. Look elsewhere. Enhanced tactic ready. Kill confirmed.
Okay, this Bramble guy was almost terrified for a second.
Slow and our search was successful. Proceed to the Prometheum refinery and complete the demolition preparations.
Alright. Where is... I checked for relic, I should do that.
Iron Halo ready.
Nothing. There's another spawn up here once we get into the fields. Should be boss free, hopefully. I prefer Carnifex, because our plasma's pretty good against that. Not super good against the Neurothropes. Just because they have so much damn HP. They also get a ton of damage resist when they're like in their little low area. Low thing. Come down.
Priority is to cover ground as quickly as possible. Clear to advance. Nothing will escape this crew once it catches fire.
Alright. No spawn there for the relic. Damn.
Xenos countermeasures successful. Iron Halo online. Meltabomb position. Limiting target before it summons reinforcements. Xenos displaying evasive behavior.
Alright, now we conveniently have another Melt-the-Bomb right there, so that is nice. It's the nicest thing that's happened to us all game.
Additional supplies secure. Enhanced tactic ready. Specialized bioform neutralized.
If I properly artillery this, I can.
Supplies called for enemy backup. Enemy reinforcements incoming. Elite level Xenos. Passive arc.
See, in Siege mode,
Reloading.
you pretty much have infinite ammo, but in the actual absolute operations, there is still a proper resource economy for your ammunition, because the extremis perks in this game are kind of busted
Iron Halo.
on the Siege mode. Okay.
Neurothrope class turret. Prepare to
There we go. A lot of our ammo back from our adamant restoration on top of the tremendous skill here. That's good. Fortunately, we get 2 neurothropes, man. Neurothropes in this game need to land more, I'll say that. My biggest problem with them. I'm using my little safety net here to kill all these guys. Oh, he's throwing him over. That's close. Thank God the actual defensive area that's higher than it looks, or larger, I should say. Alright, well, I'm just gonna shoot you in the face and then grab this guy. Roll right into that. Okay. Alright, we're about to hit the next spawn breakpoint on him. Whenever they get to like half HP now, they dump out a bunch of other guys. That's it. Once they get low, just want to stomp them for like 0 damage. But hey, all we really can do. What a boring boss fight. I guess that makes it a little more interesting. Oh, you son of a gun. Alright, let's see if we can blow this guy up. Oh, that's unfortunate. I could use that ammo. Not the gun I wanted. We're cutting it pretty close, so we should be able to kill him with the remaining ammunition we have. Definitely be the plasma shot on them. No duck. Thank you. Alright, that kind of sucked. That was very unfun. Double neurothrope sucks? Sure does, Josh. Sure does. It's what we call buns in the space. She found some ammo here. That's cool.
location, Lieutenant. You are making good time.
We're making good time. I don't feel like we are. I don't feel like we are making good time because we had to fight 2 neurothropes, and that automatically adds like 15 to 20 minutes to your gameplay.
This facility was not built with defense in mind. Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crypt Prometheum well. Cautiously, if you know what is good for you.
That relic. This might be a stim. Yeah. Okay. We're in a pretty good spot right now. If we get a relic, we're pretty much guaranteed to win. Oh, he didn't actually step into it. That's unfortunate.
Enhanced tactic ready.
Absolutely fun if you don't get ganked, but it is very anchoring. It is fun if you don't get ganked. I think it's just fun in general. I like getting ganked, personally. I mean, the triple lictor spawn, like, that's what you live for in this mode. That's the fun part. Because I do feel like the melee enemies have a pretty fun parry dance for them. It's just the ranged enemies that suck in this game. There's no proper counterplay loop to ranged enemies. You just have to either dodge their attacks or shoot them back. Not like a parry mechanic. It's very uninteractive, like the Okay, well.
Operational.
Oh shit.
High priority turret eliminated. Observe ground.
Guys, get out of my way. I'm trying to do a thing. I have to save the generator.
Enhanced tactic ready.
Oh, and a bio. Beautiful.
Counter-tactics engage. Xenos eradication.
Wow, it pulled me. Oh, he knocked me over into the Ravener hit. Totally interactive gameplay. Alright, generator 2 is all the way over there, but the Ravener's dead, so I can get over there pretty easily. Just gotta beeline it. We missed. Oh, that's embarrassing. We'll get him.
Iron Halo, one line. Destroyed core.
Alright, where's his Biovore at? I know he's low. Right over here. I shot you earlier. Quite a bit.
Biovore life cycle silenced. Enhanced tactic ready.
Alright, that was quick.
Ready to intercept the Tyranid advance. There is an observation platform overlooking the crypt Prometheum fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush. Elite level Xenos.
Yeah, the adrenaline you get when you're the last brother standing in this game is real. That is true. You know, I'll say this, that in horde shooters especially,
Ammunition restocked. stop.
You know, this is why people quitting out of your game sucks, because clutching in horde shooters, that's what skill expression is all about. It's the whole point. That is the greatest opportunity for most players to have a skill expression in a game, especially like a game like Darktide. So having people quit out, pretty lame. There's nothing worse than like all of your teammates die and they just rage quit. And then you just like, you know, you live, but a lot of people lose the game after anyways because, you know, all the teammates are gone. Oh, you see that, guys? That was cool. Clip it. That's a cool little shot I did. Perfectly timed. That's a TikTok short right there. We're like, my God, that's a crazy. Obviously a cheater. It's like I feel like cheating comments or like cheating accusations go up tremendously whenever you upload like a short or something. Because there's something about like shorts viewers is just a little off. Okay, a little brain rot.
Specialized bioform, Xenos countermeasures, successful.
Okay, that's pretty good. Fun times. You know, now we don't have to deal with neurothropes. I'm not too worried. God, it's just like those neurothropes, they drain me, man. They absolutely drained me. Such a boring fucking boss in this game. They were not cooking shit with that one. It's more of an area hazard than an actual boss. Because like the current effects at least feels like you're interacting with the boss. That one just feels like he's there to be like a mobile turret that just drops shit on you. And then like he applied the right perk buff to get his psychic wave out. We're very low. Right. Oh, we're getting comboed. Feels amazing.
Zones from neutralized. Advanced tactic ready.
Alright, perfect, perfect.
We have arrived at No 67. Run distraction efforts as long as you can. Your plan is sound, brother.
Hit these
The
buttons.
swarm will be broken.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hold you to that.
Oh, dude, what are you doing awake? Gotta play the game Saturday night. Got a Space Marine. Gotta shoot gun. I don't want a shock grenade for the end. Honestly, I might just take a shock grenade.
War gear acquired.
I do like them.
Intercepting projectiles. Elite level Xenos. Pacified.
Oh, they all spread out. How disappointing. Oh, not anymore. Oh, no, they didn't. That's okay.
Now. High priority Tyrion. This position is defensible. Somewhat.
Alright, I'm just heading straight in. I don't even care to shoot this guy right now.
We are committed to this cause.
An ARBITES, sure.
Iron Halo ready.
Alright, more shock grenades. I can roll with that. Why not?
The enemy comes, Captain. But we are prepared. Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates the bulk of the swarm will not be in position for a while yet. Keep your heads and get it
If
done.
only the Tactical's plasma had anywhere close to the AoE of the heavy plasma. Dude, if Tactical's plasma had the AoE of a heavy plasma, Tactical would be busted. I mean, he's already pretty busted, but extra busted. That'd be a cracked gun. So that thing's a very quick charge up time. Okay.
The walls will not stop for long. My fighting position is no longer secure. The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
Let's go to the shock grenades. Let's do this.
Concussive ordnance released. Elite level Xenos. Pacified. Shock grenade launched. Equipping fresh magazine. New orders. Purge alien body enemies detected in the refinery.
Yeah. Would I rather use plasma or the heavy pistol? Definitely plasma. Heavy pistol's good. The bolt pistol is, but plasma simply slaps.
Xenos countermeasures successful. Halfway there, brothers. Keep it up. Iron Halo online. Kill confirmed. Major Tyrion threat. New enemies have entered my firing range.
Gonna grab this guy. Shoot you in the face. This one does. I'm see if I can't AoE all of you.
Close combat range. Enemies closing in.
Gotta grab the ammo crate real quick here before we die. Set you up as an execute.
Obtaining the swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my
This finale point right here is an absolute stat farm. The easiest map to get 1,000 kills on. big number. So. Man, the synapse burst in this game is so cracked.
Ammunition restocked.
Alright, where are they?
Secured.
Oh, they're stuck on the wall. Okay.
You are clear to detonate. Kick those rotten bastards. We end this now. Setting bombardment detected. Arms tactical ready.
What was that freaking Biowar, man? What did I do to... Alright.
Talassa, what in damnation is going on down there? Straight in here.
Alright, you know what, guys? Rant video tomorrow about Siege Mode and Biowar's pretty good. It's coming. I feel the anger. The minor frustration. That's all it takes. That's all it takes on this channel. Because I have some thoughts on Siege Mode. You know, I'm going to bitch about the whole PTS server because we've had like 0 updates on this PTS server, and we are less than a week out from the actual release. Like, what the fuck was the point? It's just early access at that point. Like, what was the point, guys?
Traction complete. Returning to orbit.
Let me know. Also, that was a good mission, but let me know. What was the point of the PTS server if we had an entire month of like 0 updates on it? Crazy. Or like 3 weeks. Something like that. Let's see how many stats we got. Or how many kills we got. Right, let's see. Only 712, 22 special kills, 60,000 range damage. Man, Heavy Plasma really is him. I guess we weren't really shooting the actual individual Minoris as much. We were more so just like synapse bursting them. That makes sense. Anyways, that's all for this run. Until next time. Also, guys. First to Regardsman, do you think Assault needs help? And if the answer is yes, what does he need? I made a whole video on this, actually. I think they are going to delay Siege Mode based off the feedback. I don't think they are. It's definitely coming. Yeah, they said, why would we do that? I like all the boss enemies that don't fly. Make a rant video on how the flying guys are bullshit. They are bullshit. They just like completely... Yeah, Biovores, honestly, I'm just going to rant about the entire PTS server. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. Swear to God. Even though I'm tired. What better time than, like, you know, tired rage? They are going to change the timer modification on release. I knew know that. That's like the only thing they've talked about updating. A classic rant. Nothing like a good old rant for a casual game, am I right? Nothing like bitching about Helldivers 2. God, I fucking love Space Marines, but holy fuck, dude, this game. This game. What the fuck are they cooking, dude? I love, you know, I love it when... I think... You know, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I think the rants I make about this game, I'm pretty fair to the devs. I try not to shit on them too much, like, directly. But, like, sometimes this shit's just buns, and it's, like, blatantly buns, and the game takes forever to fix anything. Like, remember when they had a, Alright, we'll just talk. Alright, we're starting the video, okay? We're starting it. One take only. Whatever it is, that's what we're doing. Okay. All right, here we are today on the patch 8.0 public test server to rant a bit about the current state of Siege mode and just where the game's PTS server is at currently. Now, we are less than a week out from the official release of Horde mode or Siege mode on the 26th of June 2025, and this is the big update for Space Marine 2 here. If we do not have a proper launch for this patch, we're kind of cooked. I'm going to be honest, guys. Like, I only know what's on the horizon for the rest of this game. I know they're going to be adding a new class, but like that seems like the biggest following update to this. But I just want to talk about the state of the game currently and just where the PTS server is at, because they have pretty much given us zero update outside of the fact that they are removing the timer for Siege mode. They have not talked about, or at least they have not talked a ton about balance rechanges, or I should say balance changes, excuse me. And really, I've just been kind of fed up with the lack of feedback from Saber at times, and Saber Interactive's like unbelievably slow development time. I don't know what kind of overhead they've had at the headquarters there, but it seems to be absurd, because we had at one point in this game, we had 5.0 lethal launched. People complained like crazy, and we got a bolter buff to the game within a week and like a big apology letter. And now in this game today, we got nothing. You know, guys, sorry guys, that was not the take. You know, I said we're gonna do one take. Remember, I said we're gonna do one take, guys. We're doing two. We're doing two takes. Because my brain is fucking cooked. Rant about how the assault sucks again. True. No, those are like those are a bi-weekly thing. Okay, you can't have them too out. When was the last one I made? Let's see. When was the last one I made here? I made an assault. I ranted about the assault like fucking 4 days ago, dude. I can't make two. Actually, can I? I think I could. I think I could do that. That is definitely within my power to complain about. That would be fun. All right, well, back to it again. All right, here we are on the public test server for patch 8.0 Space Marine 2 to pretty much complain about the current state of Siege mode and really the lack of communication from Saber and the slow development time they've had on the PTS server. Now, we are less than a week out from the official release of Siege mode on June 26, 2025, and this is the end of their first roadmap. This was the big update, and if their servers are not proper when the actual update comes out, I'll have an entire different video on that, because the launch state of 7.0 was horrendous. But I just have some thoughts on PTS servers in general and just how the game has been functioning right now on Horde mode. Now, first of all, I want to say Horde mode is really fun. It has a lot of fun mechanics in it, though I want to rant about biovores in a separate video, because biovores are kind of toxic in Horde mode. But they did make some good balance changes. They fixed things like spore mine explosions. Those have a 55% reduced damage. We'll see what actual changes they make on patch day. But overall, we've had 2 PTS playtests so far for the servers here, and really in both scenarios here, we have had basically no real changes to the PTS. And when last time, when patch 7.0 launched after the PTS, we got pretty much the state of the PTS server was what patch 7.0 was on launch. They didn't really change anything. Like, they didn't change any of the perk changes. They pretty much kept them from like one update that they had in the PTS, and then all the prestige perks were the same. And I'll be real, 7.0, I know a lot of people were complaining about the prestige perks when these came out, but prestige perks was like a good update. This was something to properly work towards, and it may have been a bit of bloated time, but I enjoyed it personally. I enjoyed being able to grind this out. I enjoyed being able to talk about all these new perks, but like just a siege mode, I'll be real, like Siege mode may not be the path forward unless we get more maps for this, because as much as I do enjoy siege mode, I feel like there's going to be a cataclysmic complaint fest once this launches, because hard mode siege mode is kind of overtuned in some ways, particularly like triple hellbrutes. Triple hellbrutes are a little overtuned. It's basically impossible to melee them, and the way this is set up currently with having both chaos and tyranids, some classes just struggle where they shouldn't. And really, that is, how do I slip this in? The Assault class. Yeah, Assault sucks ass against he sucks ass against Chaos, and that's not really up for debate at this point. He's just the worst class for Chaos. He has like one proper functioning build with the Power Fist for them. All others are mid to bad. This is the only one that's mid to occasionally good against Chaos, and really, he just suffers from an absolute lack of proper perks and proper perk placement. I made an entire other video on this, but as we go into Siege mode, if they do not majorly buff some of the class perks in this game, or do not majorly do some rebalances, I feel like people will be pretty pissed. I'm not really sure if they're going to actually have the Horde mode Chaos and Tyranids be like selectable, because currently you have to fight both. But once that is finished, once the actual PTS server is done and the official patch comes out, maybe they'll change that. But the biggest thing I want to complain about here is that we have no perk loadouts in a game mode that is all about having like loadouts between every 5 waves, and none of your loadouts swap your perks in this game. And I remember when the game came out, people were like, "Oh, when will we be able to swap our perks and make new classes around them?" And the dev team said, "This is not a priority for us." I don't know what fucking universe you're from, but this shit was like present in 2007 Call of Duty multiplayer, not even a horde shooter, and there were so many more perks in games like that. Like, having proper perk loadouts attached to your weapon loadouts is just so fundamental to so many games. Like, you have this in RPGs, you have this in practically every single genre you could possibly think of, and when you're having a horde mode that has us fighting 2 factions, not letting us swap perks is just such a terrible gameplay decision, because I'll be blatant, some perks only work on some weapons in this game. Like, let's say for instance, we look at the sniper. Last Fusel, lethal efficiency here only functions on Last Fusel. Let's say like I'm a sniper main, for instance, like, you know, like in some hypothetical, I am Sniper Boy, and I like to shoot gun, and I like to shoot las gun, and today we have picked the Last Fusel, and we're like, we're gonna have some fun today. I'm with my Xbox pals, and we're gonna blast some heads. Well, I pick lethal efficiency, and now I am stuck with a Last Fusel build for the rest of my gameplay. And oh, what's more, I have to take targeted shot if I want to use like my proper breakpoints for this. So you're losing out on like boss damage that you could swap to for things like triple hellbrutes. Let's say like, you know, you want to go into the hellbrute wave with your bolt carbine. Well, you can't properly build for that because you're stuck on your Last Fusel build. It's just stupid. And I don't really know why they haven't changed this, and this is just a terrible design decision in my opinion. And really, like, this is the big one for me, that there is no excuse to not having perk loadouts be attached to your loadouts. It's such a fundamental core piece of game design these days, and the fact it wasn't a priority for them speaks volumes to me. I don't really know what kind of overhead there is at Saber. Maybe I'll talk more about the actual balance of siege mode at some point, because I think the economy is like overall okay. It's not terrible. Like, you know, the guardsmen suck, but they did say they're working on that. So we'll see what they do in the launch today. But if they don't change perk loadouts, they have to change it so we like are able to fight chaos. But even then, changing perk loadouts with your actual loadouts, that's just such a good thing for games in my opinion. And it make like the actual build functionality, like these big loadout machines you have in the game, be a lot more fun. Anyways, that's really all for this video, guys. If you like content like this, subscribe for more. Also, thank you to all my channel members. I see you there, Oberon, in the chat while I'm recording this live. And for everyone else, thanks as always for watching, and take it easy. Peace. Alright, I think that was good. What do you think, chat? Did we cook? I think we got a little carried away some points there. Well, you know, if I deem it okay, I will post it. If not, it will go to the fucking trash bin. That would be. Yeah, guys, I really do think the perk loadout shit needs to fucking go. Anything we missed there? I hope we're concise, because I know sometimes it can go, Alright, you cooked? Thank you, people. You guys are so kind. Where's my haters? Haters, come out. Anybody mind? Any haters? I value your opinions as well. A hater is still a viewer. Make yourself known. I swear the new class was supposed to come with Horde mode at some point. What happened to that? I have no fucking idea. Hope I didn't ear blast people on that one, but I should have a threshold on this. I hate you, FTG. Thanks, Oberon. You super chat me an awful lot for somebody that hates me, though. Not enough about Assault. Okay, we'll make 5 more Assault videos, and we will release them bi-weekly. Did you sneak in that Assault is bad? We did. We did sneak in that Assault is bad. Actually, I hate Watcher. That's good. Glad to see it. Alright, guys. I might hop over to Darktide for a bit. Play ARBITES. Let's do that. Alright, one moment, everybody. Let's hop on. And now, there was a team that asked me to play... Where's my little thing? There was a team earlier that asked me to play Havoc 40. Perk loadouts or dinner with the Emperor? Obviously, perk loadouts, dude. Alright. Here we are. Hopefully it actually lets me come in. Or let's change the title here. And ARBITES Darktide class gameplay. Okay. Dementia to regards, my dude. It always is. So we named our guy the Fun Police on this. I'm a big fan of the Fun Police, personally. We need caves to know what they're on about. Bro, what about my sniper request? Oh shit, Oberon, sorry. I'll get it. I'll get a whole ass video for you. I swear to God. I got your bolt sniper one last time, don't forget. I man my word. And not like the Joker. Okay, so we're gonna do a bit of a... We're kind of stuck solo, unless Mr. E is actually on, and he wants to fucking play. But like, yeah, this guy, look at this guy. Offline. What's he doing? Sleeping? On a weekend? These are working hours, bud. Every day is a work day when you're a YouTuber. Every fucking moment of your free time is sacrificed to the grind. Wouldn't have it any other way. Is this good on console? It is good on console. I will say that Darktide in particular does struggle with controllers at times. Especially like on things like Havoc 40. You can do a Havoc 40 in this game. Havoc 40 being the hardest content available in Darktide. It's just the lack of precision in Darktide with a controller definitely hurts you, where a game like Space Marine 2 it does not. And Helldivers. This game is just a very, very twitchy, which is why it attracts some very, very highly skilled gamers, because, you know, it's the kind of game they would like. It has a lot of numbers. There's a ton going on in this game. Currently, we're playing what I think Mr. E calls the girlfriend build, which is the dog one. Hello, little dog stuff. Now, this content is not officially out in this game currently. This is just a test server for like content creators. But this will be coming out in like 2 days. So just keep that in mind. I know that Mr. E is doing like a whole giveaway for this at the moment. So if you go over to his channel, I'll even put like a little... I'll link him. I haven't linked my thing, but Mr. E is doing a giveaway for this for anyone who's curious about Darktide. And if you wishlist this, you can get free keys. So if you go into like his description of like his recent videos, and you click on the description link in his comments, in his description, yeah, the Fat Shark link in his description, and you just wishlist the ARBITES class, he will be able to get a key for every 50 people that wishlist it, and that's just free ARBITES classes to give out to people, so that's pretty cool. And then you can raffle those away, or you can help people out. Darktide on controller had like lag input, it feels like. I've never played it on controller. I just know it does struggle, though I will say it's far more of a PC game just because of the way the mods function in the game. It has a very sweaty community. I would say Darktide's community can be kind of toxic at times, but like a lot of these people, you have to understand, if you are coming into Darktide, people can be pretty toxic because it's a skill-based game, and it has a very sweaty community. But they're also pretty chill people if you actually like talk to them more about it. Because like everybody crashes out every now and then. I've crashed out in this game. That's just how it is. That's just what it takes. Like that's just part of being passionate about something you're playing. This is the first new class in the game, so it's paid. True. Yep. They will probably be adding in like a tech adept at some point. I have no confirmation of that. I just assume that'll be the next one. Yeah, there are 4 free classes in game. This is just a new one, and he has the Crusher, and this shit slaps. I'm a big fan of the Crusher in this game. Now, earlier today, like I was saying, some people asked me, "Oh, well, you want to play Havoc 40?" I was like, "Sure." And I loaded in. I crashed immediately. I had no idea who they were, but I assume they were other content creators within the server. So hopefully, they didn't think I dipped on them on purpose. It was not intentional. I'll say that. I ain't that kind of guy. So they did make it so the shock mall now is very good. Now I'll be real, like I haven't played too much, probably like 30 hours on the server. I know a couple people probably already have like a couple hundred hours on it. But we are stuck playing a bit of solo. So what are we gonna go into? Silo cluster? Ooh, this one's pretty easy. We'll do that. Warhammer Judge Dredd. I get cheaters on Space Marine 2 PvE sometimes in absolute co-op. That's brutal. Warhammer Judge Dredd. I had a who knows, maybe someday I'll be able to get keys. I could probably ask them to do the exact same thing, for Fat Shark to do the exact same thing for the key stuff. But I'll probably be moving more into Darktide content in between Space Marine 2 content. I will never abandon Space Marine 2 or anybody. No, this would be a 40k channel primarily, guys. I might move into Helldivers 2 occasionally because I would say I'm acquaintances with like Phase Shifter and Takibo, and they're really nice guys, and they seem like they have a lot of fun together, so maybe I can set something up with them sometime. But besides that, I don't know why you cheat on Space Marine 2, but yeah, dude, I get called a fucking cheater in that game all the time. I don't know, like the game of Space Marine 2 just attracts a certain type of person. Is the ARBITES drip good? You can check out, I put a short out today of all the drip for this class, if you're curious. It's like a 30-second short, if you feel like watching it. That's usually what I do for drip. Alright, well, there's nowhere we're going to find anybody because everyone's asleep. I'm the only poor bastard still streaming this game. Actually, it's just on Twitch. Anyone on Twitch playing this game? Darktide. Let's have a little look-see, shall we? Oh yeah, everyone's playing. Just not me, of course. Yeah, there'll be activating Twitch drops in like 2 days for this. Yeah, we love cheating in Space Marine 2 True Zane, but we love it. It's our favorite pastime. Would you play any other 40k games? I'll make a video about Rogue Trader. Like a Rogue Trader in 2025 video. That sounds fun. Alright, today we were playing the ARBITES class, the new class for Darktide. This is an early access build for content creators, but it does come out on the 23rd. And I have to say, this is a fun class, and the Adeptus ARBITES, or the Adeptus ARBITES, as some people have been calling them, really it's been its own little controversy of what these guys are called. It is incredibly fun, and they are a very cool part of 40k lore. They're basically Space Judge Dredd, and when I say they're Space Judge Dredd, I mean that quite literally, because these guys originally came out in 1987 for the Rogue Trader tabletop game, and they were a named direct inspiration from Judge Dredd, and that's why they look like this. Now we are using the new shotgun on the Shock Mall. This is a pretty strong build, the one that Mystery showed me a while back. Get me all up and loaded. So shout out to Mr. E for this one. But basically, this new shotgun has a couple variants. It's like a riot control shotgun, but the sound design for it is amazing. I will say that. Alright, so let's blast through these guys. This is a pretty easy map to solo, but we're just doing a normal damnation solo here, nothing too crazy. And I will say, the ARBITES is very strong in solo in this game. Your dog can get things like mutants off of you. He will not be able to chew through trappers, but he will positively body things like bulwark shields. He'll rip them off. He'll jump onto bosses. He's got a ton of little mechanics built into him. He works like a little grenade that can do stack bleed stacks when he's around the enemies or when he knocks over enemies. A lot of cool stuff. Alright. And now you may see that my shotgun has some shells on top. And you may be thinking, oh, this is a Fat Shark game. So, like, clearly the gun mechanics would not be that cool. But they are indeed that cool that you can take them off the top. And these are free ammunition and blast people. Like, all these little shells you see on top of this gun, they are completely free. They don't actually count for the ammo, I believe. And they refill upon any ammo pickup. And we are currently playing the penetrator version to one-shot guys. Alright. Whoa. Ow. That was a really big fuck up by me. That was jumped instead of a slide. Now this class is very tanky. It's kind of like a mix between Ogren and... not veteran. It's like a mini Ogren. He's an Ogren with a friend. Let's try to put him. Alright, let's breaching charge this. So basically what the Adeptus Arbites are in... or the Adeptus Arbites are in lore. They are the Galactic Police Force. Judge Dredd inspired, as previously stated, but they are somewhere in between a planetary enforcer and the Inquisition. They have a lot more authority than like a normal police would, or police force would on the planet, and they will go after guys that no one else will. People like planetary governors and things like that. And if you're unaware, in 40k lore, a planetary governor, they're in control of entire areas of the entire sectors at the time. Excuse me. They're in control of an entire planetary area. Yes. That's why I call they're called the planetary governors. Alright, it's hard to pay attention while we bop heads. Let's see if we can't load this up and blast this dude. Dang. I'm not sure what the range on this is yet. But planetary governors, a pretty big deal. Arbites, they'll go in and fuck them up. They don't really care. Okay. Now we're on the Mercantile map here. It's a pretty easy map to solo in general, but especially for us. This class has a ton of survivability on top of having a tremendous amount of impact. And if you're seeing the purple outline here, maybe I'll make a whole build guide on this at some point, but I'll be real, guys. I don't want to misdirect people to perks, because I haven't played this as much as some people have yet. I ain't that kind of guy to just pump out garbage builds for people I know nothing about. At least I try not to. Sometimes I do on accident. Alright, let's just do this. So this little charge we have, super good. And we can mark enemies here with our keystone. That's what the little purple outline is. Give us like snack damage reduction versus monstrosities and other things, I believe. I know Mystery is a full breakdown his channel. And maybe I'll break it down myself at some point. But today, we play This does look fun. It is fun, man. Tell you. Darktide's a real hoot. Also very lore accurate to 40k. Maybe not like what you're fighting, but it's just in like the feel
Anarchy is the bedfellow of
of the game.
Proceed through these streets. Your objective is marked.
And let's be honest here. We are way past like what a normal ARBITES would be doing.
This formulation. Trust the Omnissiah.
Oh shit. Okay. Block this dude. Now, it's funny that the normal ass shock mall is actually pretty epic now. There is like an ARBITES only shock mall. There are a few new weapons here. Shotguns are the new one we're using right now, but like I like their new shield has like a little suppression ability. Pretty cool. I'll also say your dog that we have here, your little cyber mastiff, he will go any distance to kill what you mark. He has no maximum distance. If I send him out there to go kill that bulwark, he will fuck him up, or the sniper is a much better target for him. Oh, not the sniper there. I guess I'll just go and get my... Wow, he just dropped me, man. Now his boss damage is not epic without like a bolter or something. It's the only downside to him, really. The only thing he's not amazing yet. I'm just gonna do this. Play-go runs are pretty easy though. Also, I want to say that the dog will count towards chaos spawns. It's like a guy near you. This is pretty awesome. I don't know how to do that. Black corner I want to be in. Alright. I guess I'll sit here and take this. It reminds me a bit Left 4 Dead. It's a lot like Left 4 Dead. There's a lot more mechanics in it as well. We'll grab our bots here because we ain't trying to prove nothing. We're trying to finish the mission. Oh. Well, we're definitely not proving anything in this one. Frick my bots, holy shit. Your dog's pretty good at this game. Its AI is pretty phenomenal. The Gears of War crew rolled up pretty much, dude. I mean, I definitely could have, like, there's a ton I could have done, but I'm just fucking about at this point.
I calculate an acceptable probability.
I know you can animation cancel the little shock ball lightning here. SD shotgun is it. Alright, let's pop that open. Move on through. Another plague over.
Very good. Proceed through the portal.
I'll save this in case we fuck up. Oh, we can hit our shotgun. A Doom player we are not. See, your dog, we'll get him off you. Let's walk over. Pretty useful. My flippin' bots are dying. Hey dog, you hear that? It's the sound of an S tier threat. Get him. You know, when you have a dog, you're never really alone. All I saw was a pure beam of light and you were just instantly dead. Yeah, pretty much. It was the shotgun. It was the shotgun gang. Let's run through. Dogfight. Get him. Or kill him with a bleed stack. Where'd my dog go? Now they're a little fucky with the box bursters here. Alright, look at that little super shell in and blast this guy. Oh, he's dead. Good job, dog. I'm gonna get my boss up, so it's just gonna take forever. The bots are actually pretty good in these little like solo modes, to be honest. They're quite a bit now. I think they got buffed. Ow. Go bonk these guys. We're about to be another med station anyways. As long as we get to the finish line. That's all that really matters. See, his impact is kind of absurd. I'm not dying the same way again. Blast you. Hey, that's so. What if Fat Shark made Space Marine 2? Probably looks jank as fuck. Probably play a lot better. You know, on Mr. E's stream the other day, I said that Space Marine 2 looked better than Darktide. I was like, it definitely does. I think that's like the one thing the game definitely is superior in is like visuals. I don't think anyone would say it doesn't. Well, I call Darktide kind of ugly because it's a hive city. But like, there's like an inherent jank to Darktide that it's very clearly not a AAA title. It still looks good though, for what it is. But yeah, Mystery said it was like I was going to Darktide's birthday party and telling it was ugly. Kind of true. Alright, where are my bots? Oh, they're over there. I'll go find them next time. Alright, block him. I mean, as long as I don't turn my back to like 15 shotgunners again, the chances of dying are pretty low. Right at him. Here, get him, dog. Right, he jumps far, look at that. That's useful. Look at that guy. Alright, what's up there? My dog to kill that. We're so tanky. Let's alright, grab him. No, I'm gonna grab these little bots. I know I skipped their last spot, but I couldn't be bothered to walk all the way down there. Get him. Get that guy too. Now, when you're using the new casting stance, those pox bursts will actually do like 0 damage to you, which is kind of neat. Rip my bots, dude. My one bot. Thought I'd be more powerful, what can I say?
How are you gonna win without me?
Rise. Battle awaits. Charge that sniper!
Okay. Just move on through. Blast this guy. Bonk that dude. Grab the useless blast shield because none of the tester stuff stays.
Acceptable performance, varlets. Now deploy the access ciphers and gain entrance. Once you have verified the presence of the stims, trigger the roof access to enable extraction. If you can prevent heretic
not like
reinforcements
this.
from entering the amphitheater, your
Surely my bots will come, right?
greatly increased.
Fat Shark could do good to maintain it, but I think Saber wasn't a bad option. For, I don't know, Saber doesn't really... The thing with Saber is they have a history of kind of just like they do like mediocre updates to their games. Fat Shark will be maintaining their game for 10 years straight. Like Vermintide 2 is gonna be getting updates for like its 10-year anniversary for sure.
That is what you are looking for. Don't go.
All spec readings show enemies converging on your location.
I concur. Find the roof controls.
Launch clearance issued.
Alright, let's pop in. So washed in this game. And was I ever not? To be honest. I'm gonna go grab that sniper over there. Actually, no, my dog can do it. I'm lazy. Just like real life, when you get your dog to fetch your food for you, you guys ever train your dog to do that? You should try it. It's a very useful skill, very useful talent. A great dog perk. Now, if we're talking about dogs, my friend, he had a British Mastiff that weighed like 180 pounds. Absolutely, like they had this massive property. And he just had this massive dog that, like, whenever you went down their fat driveway, this what I could really only describe as a bear would come down barreling at you just to say hi. But yeah, the first time you go there, and you just see this the largest dog you've ever seen coming down at you. Quite frightening. Let's can I shoot you in the face? Is that an option? It is an option. It's an option for you too. Dang. Alright guys, I'm gonna taste my succulent meat hammer. Or meat mace. My mallet, really. Oh, it's not a mallet, it'd be a hammer. Hammer-esque. So these little guys here, if you're unaware of 40k lore, these were Planetary Guard members. The flak scab gunners. Now, Planetary Guard are kind of like the same, you know, they're part of the, that's where the Guard pull their guys from for the most part. Like the Astra Militarum, otherwise known as the Imperial Guard, they will pull their boys from the Planetary Guardsmen. or the best, I should say, excuse me, the Planetary Guard, the Filter Boys of the Planetary Guard, the best of them, though. And each planet has a different Planetary Guard, like Catechins are OP. They're almost like abhumans. They live on, like, Space Australia. I will signal for extraction. Get me the fuck out of here. I'll use my grenades, huh? I usually use those all game. Kind of a waste. What I gotta do is wait for extraction now, and then we're done.
Flesh is transient, but data is eternal.
Yo, hot take, guys. I think Darktide is currently the best horde shooter on the market. I love this for Vermintide too. It's like I think it's a competitor, really. I think the better one. Not in terms of depth, that's for sure. Dude, my dog is going to town. Can't send him at that guy. Where's that sniper at? Get him.
Completion imminent.
You guys just come down. Fine, can I hit him from here with this super? Now, I was told by Mystery this super shot would like insta kill these guys, but I think I was fucking lied to. Cause I ain't insta killing shit with my ultra shot. How about you? Yeah, I'm not feeling it. That was a normal shot actually. How about now? Well, you're already weakened, so that's not really good showcase. How about you? Will you instantly die? Show me your brain. See right there. Alright, okay, so he wasn't lying, it was all true. This guy get the X-hole, this could be a crit spot. Or like a weak spot hit. This on the Dread Gunners. How about you? Can you show me your brain? Okay, maybe that's pretty good. Little sniper. Slug shot. That's neat. Bang. Like a bit of overkill. It kind of just exploded. But you. Bang. Bang. Oh, I gotta leave, don't I? No, I gotta kill this last dude.
That is
Okay.
it. You have done well, Varnix. Withdraw.
Alright, that's our new ARBITES class gameplay. Pretty easy mission. I mean, we got shot in the face and died, so thank God bots were there. But, you know, normal damnation, pretty much a snooze fest, especially for this class. He's very strong. He's already had Duo Havoc 40s done on him, so definitely makes sense. Till death's 10. That seems... Oh, my bots. Which game is it on stream? It's Darktide, Vermintide, or Deep Rock is the best in my opinion. RPGs like Elden Ring and Dark Souls 3 top it for me though. I try to get into Deep Rock, but I never really knew what to do. Not a hot take, IMO. Horde shooters are definitely my top 3 genres. Hey FTG, I saw you canceling the Iron Halo for Heavy in one of your games. How do you do that? You just hit the button again. Like if you hit Q, I don't know what it is on console, but you hit Q on PC and then you click it again, you turn it off. It's like it's a toggle, basically. Can't reactivate it until it's fully charged again, though. All right, guys. Probably gonna call it there 'cause it's like 1 in the morning for me. But thank you guys for watching. Thank everybody who stayed to watch me play 40k Darktide. I don't really make too much 40k Darktide content currently, but that will change. That will certainly change. All my friends play this game now on YouTube. I will also be posting on my lore channel some more. I've been doing that. I have a video I've been scripting for that. And I will also be posting at some point whenever the Superman movie comes out. I'll be posting on my anime channel again, and I'll probably just put those links in my channel description or something for whoever is curious about it. Would you do a video on 40k Battle Sector or 40k Inquisitor Martyr? I think I would. You know what? I'm definitely going to. I know that Milk and Cookies Total War was in here the other day. And I am curious to play 40k. Like I like the community for that game a lot. There are a lot of cool guys in there. I know he's been playing Darktide recently, but I am curious to play with some of the Total War community as well. What's my lore channel name? I'll put it right here. If you want, I haven't been uploading too much on it. I only have like it's been mostly shorts on like one Sanguinius video, but I took a month break on it because I was working on this channel. Here you go. I'll post it in the chat here. This is me over at Ineptus Adeptus, the Adeptus Ineptus, otherwise known as Low End Servitor. That is me. Everybody's curious. If you want to sub there, I will be posting more on that channel. I made one video 3 months ago, excuse me, and then a bunch of shorts, and that's pretty much all it's been. But some of my shorts aren't even totally lore accurate yet. Just so you know, I'm still learning about some stuff, but overall, give that a follow. That's much appreciated. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. We've been going for like almost 3 hours now. Take it easy, everybody. Wait, I saw one of your vids on my shorts feeds like a month ago. Yeah, those are properly edited, so my voice might sound a little differently. Or it might sound a little different because I actually have a filter. I usually do post-process on voice recordings for scripted videos. Just not on this channel. Anyways, guys. Thanks for all the support. Oberyn, if you're still here, thanks for the super chat earlier. I will get you your last Fusel game. And to everyone else, have a great night.